We're here with head football coach Jay Thomas. Coach, the defense won the scrimmage today. Close one. The offense had their chances late, but just overall thoughts. A lot of explosion, offensive plays early, but the defense seemed to settle down there.
Yeah, it started out that way. Very proud of the guys. We got in right at 100 plays today, so that was great, and we stayed injury-free. That's always the most important thing. But the competition was really good. It's been that way the entire spring. So the scrimmage started out. Defense started out hot. Got an interception and scored with it. Give offense credit. They fought back. Really, in the middle of the scrimmage, kind of took control of some things, and then the defense fought back, and then in the end, the defense pulled it out with a couple of big stops and got a couple of sacks, and we kept point totals on certain things, and they eased it out, man, with a 47, I think 47, 43, 42, something like that point total. So very proud of both sides. I thought both sides made a lot of improvement today.
Starting with the offense, a lot of explosion plays. Chris Jones, 70 yards. William Mafi and Bobby Chan caught 2 touchdowns each. Most of them were from distance. How do you feel about the opportunity to create some of those more?
Well, you know what? I get to see it every day. Every time we come to practice, it's one of the backs making a big run. Chris made it today. The other day in practice, it was Jay West, and then it's DeMard, and then it's Ronald Green. It's one of them making a big run, but today, Chris Jones, and he's been close to really breaking some at practice. So it was good to see him do that, and it showed some burst at the end. And then I thought the receivers caught the ball really well. Mafi made some really nice catches, some tough catches, and then Bobby Chan made one down in the end zone that was over the left shoulder, looking back, and like he was chasing the ball dead center over his head going to the wall, and then was able to get his a foot in. So I thought those guys made a lot of plays. I thought the quarterbacks hung in the pocket and did some good things. I thought our offensive line blocked well in the run game.
Of course, everybody was going to ask about the quarterbacks. Blumenthal, Brooks Hawk took a lot of snaps. Allman obviously took a lot of snaps as well, with Skinner getting some plays as well. Just overall thoughts on those guys, especially Blumenthal bouncing back from an early interception to play well.
Yeah, it started out rough for him with the interception, and then he bounced back and made some plays, made a couple of key plays. His ability is, to be able to move around in the pocket and be creative. And sometimes we allow him to do that. And he made a couple of runs there. He showed some speed one time. He got outside, but I thought he threw the ball better as the scrimmage went along. Brooks did a nice job. I thought he had good command of everything, and made good decisions. Pocket broke down. Maybe one time he should have probably got rid of the ball. I thought JD did as well. I thought the ball handling was pretty good for the most part. We only put it down there a couple of times, but I thought all of them were very competitive. You got to go back and got to study the film and and check them out. And then of course Skinner's a young guy. He's a freshman. He's got a live arm. Young man out of Texas, but he got out there. I thought he made some nice passes today. We still have a long ways to go, by far, but it was a good competitive day.
Defensively, how big is it just to have the same defensive coordinator for the second year in a row?
Oh, it's huge, man. After the first year here, all 3 coordinators got jobs, bigger schools, more money, and left. And then Coach Lucas, he left after one season. Now, it's key, to have defense coordinators stay for 2 years, and offense course. So that continuity is very important. So we, that should transition, into, to having that steadiness that you need within the program.
Defensively forced a couple turnovers. A couple turnovers were wiped out by defensive penalty as well. How do you feel about their ability to force them, but then to settle down just as a unit and play better?
Well, that's one thing I thought we could get better at. I think I counted up 12 penalties in the scrimmage. And some of it was by some of the young guys, they just first getting their opportunity to play. A couple of the junior college transfers, a couple of those mistakes. The older heads that have been here around us for a while, I thought they played really clean today, but too many penalties, and that's something we got to work on it. And I think that's an area we've gotten better at, over the last 3 years.
Coach, thank you very much.
Thank you.